In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. My love is a fever longing still, for that which longer nurseth the disease, feeding off that which doth preserve the ill, the uncertain sickly appetite to please. My reason, the physician of my love, angry that his prescriptions are not well kept, hath left me, and now desperate I approve. Desire is death, which physics did accept. Past cure I am, now reason is past care, and frantic mad with evermore unrest. My thoughts and my discourse are as madmen's are, at random from truths vainly expressed. For I have sworn thee fair, and thought thee bright, that was black as hell, and as dark as night.
Amo, amas, amat, amamus, amatus, amat. The square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the remaining sides. Thou shalt not lie,
Steal.
Cheat. Kill. Lust. Let us particularly note the difference in character between the two sexes, a difference so great that one might suppose them members of two different races.
It is a woman's responsibility to maintain the comfort and decency of her family. It is she who makes etiquette, and it is she who preserves the order and comfort of society. Without women, men soon resume the savage state, and the comforts of the home are exchanged for the misery of the mining camp.
Whenever you call on a lady. Whenever you call on a lady, speak of having just come from the club, and dwell with pride upon the amount of time you spend there, because all ladies have great faith in the happy influence of such places as clubs upon a young man, in not only teaching him the polite accomplishments of chewing and drinking and a great many coarser habits, but they get him into the pleasant way of late hours, and of spending nearly all of his leisure time away from home. There is no sensible lady who will not jump at the chance of marrying one of these club men, for she knows that she will be relieved of his company nearly all of the time, and that she will furthermore have the great pleasure of sitting up to welcome him home at the poetical hour of midnight. What a charming prospect for domestic happiness.
A bold man may disregard and disobey the most sacred laws and customs, but he cannot. He dare not disregard a woman's influence, for the amiable woman rules the haughty man. Hence the business of a man is to govern the world, and the destiny of a woman is to charm and influence it.
Amen. Now is the time of night, with the graves all gaping wide. Everyone lets forth its sprite, and the churchway paths to glide. Angry fairies that do run.
Fairies?
That do run by triple Hecate's team, from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream. Oh. Now our frolic.
While the hungry lion roars, and the wolf behowls the moon,
while the heavy plowman snores.
All with weary task foredone.
While the wastes of brands do blow,
whilst the screech owl screeching loud.
Puts the wretch that lies in
In the remembrance of a shroud. Now is the time of night.
oh, oh, oh! I dreamt a dream tonight. 2 households, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge break to new mutiny, and civil blood make civil hands and clean. From the fatal loins of these 2 foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventures, piteous overthrows, doth with their death bury their parents' strife. The fearful passage of their death-marked love, and the continuance of their parents' rage, which, but by their children's end could not remove, is now the 2 hours traffic of our stage, the which, if patient ears attend, what here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend.
Draw thy tool. Here comes the house of Montagues.
Strike quickly being moved.
To move is to stir, and to be valiant is to stand. Therefore, if thou art moved, thou runst away.
A dog of that house shall make me stand. I will take the wall of any man or maid of Montague.
I will push the Montague's men from the wall and thrust his maids to the wall.
Yeah.
I will show myself a tyrant. When I have fought with the men, I will be civil with the maids.
Yeah.
I will cut off their heads.
Yeah.
'Tis me they shall feel while I am able to stand, and 'tis known that I am a pretty piece of flesh.
Quarrel. I will back thee.
The fearful
Passage of the death mark club is now the 2 hours traffic of our stage. The fearful passage of the death mark club is now the 2 hours traffic of our stage. The fearful passage of the death mark club is now the 2 hours traffic of our stage. Heart fools, put up your swords. You know not what you do.
What? Art thou drunk among these heartless hinds? Tell me, Benvolio. Look upon thy death.
I do but keep the peace. Put up your sword, or manage to part these men with me.
What? Drawn and talk of peace? I hate the word as I hate hell, all Montagues and thee. Have at thee, coward!
Rebellious subjects, enemies to the peace, profaners of this neighbor-stained seal.
Will they not hear, what ho, you men, you beasts?
Then quench the fire of your pernicious rage.
with purple fountains issuing from your veins.
On pain of torture from those bloody hands.
Throw your mistempered weapons to the ground.
And hear the sentence of your moved prince.
3 civil brawls bred of every word.
By thee of Capulet and Montague.
Thrice disturb the quiet of our streets.
And make Verona's ancient citizens.
Cast by their grave-beseeming ornaments.
To wield old partisans as in old.
Cankered with peace, depart your cankered hate.
If ever you disturb our streets again,
Your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace.
Once more, on pain of death, all men depart!
Act 1, Scene 2. Enter Benvolio. And Montague.
Oh, where is Romeo? Saw you him today? Right glad I am he was not at this fray.
Uncle, an hour before the worship sun peered forth from the golden window of the east, a troubled mind driving me to walk abroad, along that westward route of the city side. Sorely walking I did see your son.
Love is a smoke made from the fume of sighs, being purged, fire sparkling in lovers' eyes, being vexed, sea nourished with lovers' tears. What is it else? A madness most discreet, a choking gall and deserting sweet.
Many a morning hath he there been seen, with tears augmenting the fresh morning's dew. Away from light steals home my heavy son, and private in his chamber pens himself, shuts up his windows, locks fair daylight out, and makes himself an artificial night.
My noble uncle, do you know the cause?
In sadness, cousin, I do love a woman.
I aimed so near when I supposed you loved.
All right, good marksman. She's fair, I love.
Oh, all right, fair mark. Fair cousin's soonest hit.
Well, in that hit you'll miss, shall not be hit. With Cupid's arrow she hath Diane's wit. And in strong proof of chastity, while armed from love's weak childish blows, she lives uncharmed. Shall not stay the siege of loving terms, nor bide the encounter of assailing eyes, nor ope her lap to Saint Seducing gold. While she is rich in beauty, only poor that when she dies with beauty dies her store.
So she hath sworn to still live chaste?
She hath, and in that sparing make huge waste. For beauty starved of her severity, cuts beauty off from all posterity. She's too fair, too wise, wisely too fair, to merit bliss by making me despair. She hath forsworn to love, and in that vow, do I live dead that live to tell it now?
Be ruled by me, forget to think of her.
Teach me that I may forget to think.
By giving liberty into thine eyes. Examine other beauties. This night, at the ancient feast of Capulet, sups the fair Rosaline, whom thou so loved, with all the other admired beauties of Verona. Go thither, and with unattainted eye compare her face with those that I will show. And I will make thee think thy swan a crow.
When the devout religion of mine eye maintains such falsehood, then turn tears to fire, and those who often drown could never die. Transparent heretics be burned for liars. One more fair than my love? The all-seeing sun ne'er saw her match since the first world begun.
Tut, you saw her fair, none else being by. Herself poised with herself in either eye. But in that crystal scale, let there be weighed your lady's love against some other maid that I will show you shining at this feast. And she that can't sing well shall soon sing best.
Oh, I'll go along.
Yeah.
No such sight to be shown, but to rejoice in the splendor of my own.
Enter scene.
The house of the Capulets.
Welcome, gentlemen.
Ladies, with toes unplagued with corns, shall walk about with you tonight.
Ah, my mistresses, which of you all will now deny to dance?
She that makes dainty, she'll swear at corns.
I come near ye now.
Welcome, gentlemen! I have seen the day where I have worn a visor and could tell a whispering tale in a fair lady's ear. Such as we please.
'Tis gone.
'Tis gone.
'Tis gone.
You are welcome, gentlemen.
Come, musicians, play!
Give me a torch. Give me a torch. I am not for this ambling, and being but heavy, I shall bear the light.
Nay, gentle Romeo, we must have you dance.
Oh, not I, believe me. You, Mercutio, have dancing shoes with nimble sole. I have a soul of lead, so stakes me to the ground that I cannot move.
You are a lover. Borrow Cupid's wings and soar with them above a common bound.
I am too sore pierced with his shaft to soar with his light feathers. And so bound that I cannot bound and pitch above no more power. Under love's heavy burden do I sink.
And to sink in it, should you burden love, too great oppression for a tender thing.
Is love a tender thing? Oh, it's too rough, too rude,
Oh,
too boisterous, and it pricks like thorn.
Love be rough with you, be rough with love. Prick love for pricking and you beat love down. Come, we burn daylight home. Nay,
Say that's not so.
I mean, sir, in delay. We waste our lights in vain, light lights by day. Take our good meaning, for our judgment sits 5 times in that. There, once in our 5 minutes.
But we mean while going to this mask? 'Tis no wits to go.
Why, may one ask?
I dreamt a dream tonight.
And so did I.
Well, what was yours?
The dreamers often lie.
And in bed asleep while they do dream things true.
Oh, that I see Queen Mab hath been with you. She is the fairy's midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone on the forefinger of an alderman, drawn with a team of little adamite. Drawn with a team of little adamite, o'er men's noses as they lie asleep. Her chariot is an empty hazelnut made by the Jordan squirrel or old grub. Time out of mind, the fairy's coachmakers. Her wagon spokes made of long spinner's legs, the covers of the wings of grasshoppers. Her traces of the smallest spider web, her covers of the moonshine's watery beams. The whip of cricket bones, the lash of film, her wagoner, a small, gray-coated gnat not half so big as a round little worm pricked from the lazy finger of a maid. And in this state, she gallops, night by night, through lovers' brains, and then they dream of love, o'er ladies' lips, who straight on kisses dream, which oft the angry man with blisters plays because their breaths with sweetmeats tainted on. Oh. Sometimes he driveth o'er a soldier's neck, then dreams he of cutting foreign throats, of breaches, ambuscados, Spanish blades, of hell's 5 fathom deep, and then anon drums in his ear in which he starts and wakes, and being thus frightened, swears a prayer or two and sleeps again. This is that very map that plates the manes of horses in the night, that bakes the elf locks and foul sluggish hair, which once untangled, much misfortune bodes. This is the hag, when maids lie on their backs, that presses them, and lands them first to bear, making them women of good carriage. This is she!
Peace, Mercutio, peace, thou talks of nothing.
True, I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain, begot of nothing but vain fantasy, which is as thin of substance as the air, and more inconstant than the wind, who woos even now the frozen bosom of the north, and being angered, puffs away from thence, turning aside to the dew-dropping south.
this wind you talk of blows us from ourselves. Supper is done, and we have come too late.
Queen Mab!
Where did that come from? It's like a tender person.
fear too early for my mind misgives. Some consequence yet hanging in the stars shall bitterly begin its fearful day with this night's revels, and expire the term of a despised life closed in my breast as by some foul forfeit of untimely death. Let he that has steerage in my course direct my suit. On, lusty gentlemen,
Strike! Drum here!
Juliet's bedchamber.
Enter Lady Capulet.
Enter.
Nurse, where's my daughter? Call the forth to me. No, I'm 18 and 12 years old. I made her come. Juliet! What, ma'am? What, ladybird? Juliet! Where's this girl? Juliet! What? Juliet!
How now to call?
Your mother.
Madam, I am here. What is your will?
This is the matter. Nurse, give leave a while. We must talk in secret. Nurse, come back again. I have remembered me. Thou'st hear our counsel. Thou knowest my daughter's of a pretty age.
Faith, I can tell her age unto an hour.
She's not 14.
I'll lay 14 of my teeth. And yet to my teen be it spoken, I have but 4. She's not 14. How long is it now till Lammastide?
A fortnight and odd days.
Even wrong. Of all days in the year, come Lammas Eve at night, shall she be 14. That shall she. Susan and she, God rest all Christian souls, were of an age. Susan is with God. She was too good for me. But as I said, come Lammas Eve at night, shall she be 14. That shall she. Mary, I remember it well. 'Tis since the earthquake now 11 years. She was weaned, I never shall forget it, of all the days of the year, upon that day. And since that time, it is 11 years. For then she could stand high, low, nay, by the root, she could have run and waddled all about. For even the day before, she broke her brow. And then my husband, God be with his soul, oh, was a merry man, took up the child. Yea, quoth he, dost thou fall upon thy face? Thou wilt fall backward when thou hast more wit. Wilt that not, Jewel? And by my holiday, the pretty wench left crying and said, I! To see now how a jest shall come about, I warned, and I should live 1,000 years, I never should forget it. Wilt thou not, Jewel? And pretty fool, it stinted and said, I!
Enough of this, I pray thee. Hold thy peace.
Yes, ma'am.
Yet I cannot choose but laugh to think it should leave crying and say, I!
For I warrant it had on its brow a bump as big as a young cockerel stone, a perilous knock, and it cried bitterly. Yea, quoth my husband, fall'st upon thy face, thou wilt fall backward when thou comes to age. Will that not true? And it's tempted. And said I,
Spit thou to nurse, I pray thee, say I.
oh, peace, I have done. God mark thee to his grace. Thou wast the prettiest babe that ever I nursed, and I might live to see thee married once. I have my wish.
Mary, that Mary is the very theme I came to talk of. Tell me, daughter Juliet, how stands your dispositions to be married?
It is an honor I dream not of.
An honor? Were not I thine only nurse, I would say thou had sucked wisdom from thy teats.
Well, think of marriage now. Younger than you, here in Verona, ladies of esteem are made already mothers. By my count, I was your mother much upon these years that you are now a maid. Thus then in brief, the valiant Paris seeks you for his love.
A man, young lady, such a man is all the world. He is a man of wax.
Verona's summer hath not such a flower.
Nay, he's a flower. In faith, a very flower.
What say you? Can you love the gentleman? This night you shall behold him at our feast. Read o'er the volume of young Paris' face, and find delight writ there with beauty's pen. Examine every married lineament. Speak briefly. Can you like of Paris' love?
I'll look to like, if looking liking move, but no more deep lines are mine eye than you give consent to make it fly.
Madam, the guests have come, supper served up. You called, my young lady asked for, the nurse was cursed in the pantry, and everything is in extremity. I must hence to wait, I beseech you follow straight.
We follow thee. Juliet, the county stays.
Go, girl. Seek happy nights to happy days.
The ball. Thou shalt not. Thou shalt not.
Thou shalt not.
Thou shalt not.
Did my heart love till now? Or swear it sat and ne'er saw true beauty till this night?
This by his voice should be a Montague. What? Dares the slave come hither, covered in an antic face, to fleer and scorn at our solemnity? Now by the stock and honor of my kin, to strike him dead, I hold it not sin. I will withdraw. But this intrusion shall now seeming sweet convert to bitterest gall.
If I profane with mine worthiest hand this holy shrine, the gentle sin is this. My lips, two blushing pilgrims, ready stand to smooth thy rough touch with a tender kiss.
Gentle pilgrim, you do wrong your hands too much, which mannerly devotion shows in this. For saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm, holy palmer's kiss.
Will have saints not lips and holy palmers too?
Aye, pilgrim, lips that they must use in prayer.
Oh, dear saint, then let lips do what hands do. They pray. Grantst thou lest faith turn to despair?
Saints do not grant, though move for prayer's sake.
Then move not while my prayer's effect I take. Thus from my lips, by thine, my sin is purged.
Then from my lips, the sin that they have took.
No sin from my lips. Trespass sweetly urged, give me my sin again.
Madam! Amo, amas, amat, amamus, amatus, amat.
Enter nurse. Madam, your mother craves a word with you.
What is her mother?
Very bachelor. Her mother is the lady of the house. And a good lady. And kind. And virtuous. I nursed her daughter that you talked withal. I tell you, he that can lay hold of her shall have the chinks.
Is she a Capulet? Oh, dear account, my life is my foe's debt.
Come hither, nurse. Mercutio. Who is that that would not follow and dance withal?
I know
No,
not.
ask his name.
Romeo!
Well, if he be married, my grave is like to be my wedding bed.
His name's Romeo.
Romeo!
And a Montague, the only son of your great enemy.
Oh, my only love, sprung from my only hate. Too early seen unknown and known too late. Oh, prodigious birth of love, it is to me that I should love my loathed enemy.
What's this? What's this?
A rhyme I learned even now when I danced withal.
Come on, come. Let's away. Strangers all are gone. Act 2, Scene 1. Mercutio and Benvolio search for Romeo.
Romeo! My good Romeo! Romeo!
He is wise, and on my life had stolen him to bed.
He ran this way and leapt over this orchard wall. Romeo! Call, good Mercutio.
Nay, I'll conjure too. Romeo, humors, madman, passion, lover! Appear thou in the likeness of a sigh. Speak but one rhyme, and I am satisfied. Cry but I me, pronounce but love, and die! Here. He heareth not, he stirreth not, he moveth not. The ape is dead, and I must conjure him. I conjure thee by Rosaline's bright eyes, by her high forehead and her scarlet lip, by her fine foot, straight leg, and quivering thigh.
If he hears thee, thou wilt anger him.
This cannot anger him. My invocation was fair and honest. In his mistress' name, I conjure only but to raise up him.
Come, he hath hid himself among these trees to be consorted with the humorous night. Blind is his love, and best befits the dark!
If love be blind, love cannot hit the mark. Shh. Oh, Romeo, that she were! Oh, that she were! Romeo, good night. Out to my truckle bed. This field bed is too cold for me to sleep. Oh, mickle is the powerful grace that lies in plants, herbs, stones, and their true qualities. Within the infant rind of these weak flowers, poison hath residence, and medicine power. Two such opposed kings encamp them still in man as well as herbs, grace and rude will. And where the worser is predominant, full soon the cankered death eats up that plant. Beyond the orchard wall.
Soft. What light do yonder window brings? What is the east and Juliet is the sun? Oh, rise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon who's already sick and pale with grief. that thou have made her far more fair than she be not her mate, since she is envious. Her vessel livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. Oh, it is my lady, it is my love, one that she knew she were. She speaks and she says nothing. What of that? When I discourses, I shall answer it. No, I am too bold. It's not to me she speaks, it's to two of the brightest stars in all the heavens, having some business to entreat her eyes to twinkle in the spirits till they return. What if her eyes were there, and they that in her head? Oh, the brightness of her cheek would shame those stars as daylight doth a lamp. And her eyes are through the airy regions stream so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night. Oh, see how she rests her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that I had a glove upon that hand that I might touch that cheek.
Aye, me.
She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious as the night being over my head, as a winged messenger of heaven unto the wide upturned wandering eyes of mortals who fall back to gaze upon it as he sails across the lazy puffing clouds and soars across the bosom of the air.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Refuse thy father and deny thy name. Or, if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more? Shall I speak at this?
'Tis thy name that is thine enemy. Thou art thyself, for not a Montague. Well, what's Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. Well, what's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other word would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes without that title. Romeo, doff thy name, and for thy name which is no part of thee, take all of myself.
I take thee at thy word. Call me beloved, and I'll be newly baptized. Henceforth, I never will be Romeo.
Who art thou that so be screened in night, so stumblest on my counsel?
By name I know not how to tell thee who I am. For my name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. Had I it written, I would tear the word.
My ears have not yet heard 100 words of thy tongue's uttering, and I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo, and a Montague?
Neither fair maid of either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and this place death, considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee here.
With love's light wings did I overperch these walls. For stony limits cannot hold love out, and what love can do that dares love attempt, therefore thy kinsmen are no stop to me.
If they find thee here, they will murder thee.
Alack, there's more peril in thine eye than in 20 of their swords. And look thou but sweet, and I proof against their enmity.
I would not for the world they found you here.
I have night's black cloak to hide me from their eyes. Wilt thou love me? Then let them find me here. It's better my life ended by their hate than death paroled me wanting of thy love.
By whose direction foundst this place?
By love that first did prompt me to inquire. He lent me counsel, and I lent him eyes. I am no pilot, yet were thou as far as the vast shore washed upon the farthest sea, I would adventure for such merchandise.
Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face. Else would a maiden blush me paint my cheek for what thou hast heard me speak tonight. Fain I would dwell in form. Fain deny what I have spoke. But farewell, compliment. Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will take thee at thy word. Yet, if thou swearest, thou may prove false. At lovers' perjuries, they say Jove laughs. Gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. Or if thou thinkst I am too quickly won, I'll frown, I'll be perverse and say thee nay, so thou wilt woo. But else, not for the world. In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore thou may think my hand your light. But trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove more true than those that would have more cunning to be strange. I should have been more strange, I must confess, but erst thou overheard, ere I was ware, my true love passion. Therefore, pardon me, and do not impute this yielding to light love, which the dark night hath so discovered.
Lady, if by yonder blessed moon I vow that tips with silver all these fruit...
Swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon, that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest thy love prove likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all. Or, if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the God of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee.
If my heart's dear...
Do not swear. Although I join thee, I have no joy in his contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning, which doth cease to be ere one can say it lightens. Sweet, good night. This bud of love, by summer's ripening breath, may prove to be a beauteous flower when next we meet. Good night. Good night. May sweet repose and rest be within thy heart as within my breast.
Oh, don't leave me so unsatisfied.
What satisfaction can thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
I gave it thee before thou did request it. And yet, would it were to give again.
But thou withdraw it for what purpose, love?
But to be frank, and give it thee again. And yet, I wish for but the thing that I already have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea. My love is deep. For the more I have, the more I can give to thee, for both are infinite. I hear some noise within. Dear love, adieu. Sweet Montague, be true. Stay but a little. Never come again.
Blessed night! I'm afeard that this being a night, this is all but a dream, too flattering sweet to be substantial.
3 words, dear Romeo, and then good night indeed. If thy bent of love be honorable, thy purposed marriage, send to me tomorrow by one that I'll procure to come to thee, where and when thou wilt perform the rite, and all my fortunes I'll lay at thy foot, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world.
Madam!
By and by I come, but if thou mean'st not well, I do beseech thee.
Madam!
Anon, I come, to cease thy strife and leave me to my grief. Tomorrow I will send to thee.
So strive my soul.
1,000 times. Good night.
1,000 times the words to worth thy light. Love goes towards love like schoolboys from their books, but love from love towards school with heavy looks.
Romeo,
My love,
what o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee?
by the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 year until then. Romeo! I forgot why I did call thee back.
Then let me stand until thou remember it.
Oh, I will forget. Having you still stand there, remembering how I love thy company.
Oh, well, then I'll still stay to have thee still forget, forgetting any other home but this.
'Tis almost morning. Parting is such sweet sorrow that I shall bid good night till tomorrow.
Now, ere the sun advances burning eye, the day to cheer, the night's dank dew to dry.
Friar Lawrence's cell.
Good morrow, Father.
Benedicite! What early tongue so sweet saluteth me? Young son! It argues a distempered head so soon to bid good morrow to thy bed. Therefore thy earliness doth me assure thou art uproused with some distemper sure. Or if not so, then here I hit it right. Our Romeo hath not been in bed tonight.
The last is true, the sweeter rest was mine.
God pardon sin! Wast thou with Rosaline?
With Rosaline? My ghostly father? No, I have forgotten that name, and that name's woe.
That's my good son. But where hast thou been then?
I'll tell thee ere thou askest me again. I have been feasting with mine enemy.
Be plain, good son, and homely in thy drift. Riddling confession finds but riddling shrift.
Then plainly know that my heart's dear love is set on the fair daughter of the rich Capulet. As mine on her, so hers is set on mine, and all combined save what thou must combine. Thy holy marriage. When, where, how we met, wooed, we made exchange of vow. I tell thee as we pass, but this I pray, thou consent to marry us today.
Holy Saint Francis, what a change is here! Is Rosaline that thou didst love so dear, so soon forsaken? Young men's love lies then not truly in their hearts, but in their eyes. Lo, here upon thy cheek the stain doth sit of an old tear that is not washed off yet. If e'er thou wast thyself, and these woes thine, thou and these woes were all for Rosalind. And art thou changed? Pronounce this sentence then. Women may fall when there is no strength in men.
Don't chase me off for loving Rosaline.
For doting, not for loving, pupil mine.
Embase me, bury love.
Not in a grave to lay one in, another out to have.
And I pray thee, chide me not. Her I love now, doth grace for grace and love for love allow, the other did not so.
Oh, she knew well thy love did read by rote, but could not spell.
A pair of star-crossed lovers bury their parents' strife. A pair of star-crossed lovers bury their parents' strife. A pair of star-crossed lovers bury their parents' strife.
But come, young waverer, come, go with me. In one respect I'll thy assistant be. For this alliance may so happy prove to turn your household's rancor to pure love.
A street in Verona.
Enter Benvolio Mercutio.
Where the devil should this Romeo be? Came he not home tonight?
Now to his father's house, I spoke with his man.
Why, that same pale, hard-hearted wench, that Rosaline, torments him so that he will sure run mad.
Tybalt, the kinsman to old Capulet, has sent a letter to his father's house.
A challenge on my life.
Romeo will answer it.
A man that can write may answer a letter.
Nay, he will answer the letter's master how he dares. Being dared.
Oh, alas, oh, Romeo, he is already dead. Stabbed with a white wench's black eyes. Run through the ear with a love song. The very pin of his heart cleft with the blind bow boy's butt shaft. Oh. And is he a man to encounter Tybalt?
Why? What is Tybalt?
Oh, more than the prince of cats. Oh, he's the courageous captain of compliments. He fights, as you sing quick song. Keeps time, distance, and proportion. He rests his minim rests. 1, 2, and a third in the bosom. Ah, the very butcher of a silk button, a duelist, a gentleman of the very first house, of the first and second cause. Ah, the immortal Passado, the punto reverso.
Enter Romeo!
Without his roe, like a dried herring. Oh, flesh, how art thou fishified? Signor Romeo, bonjour. Oh, there's a French salutation for your French slop. You gave us the counterfeit fairly last night.
Good morrow to you both. What counterfeit did I give?
The slip, sir, the slip. Can you not conceive?
Pardon, good Mercutio, but my business was great.
Oh.
And in a case such as mine, a man may strain courtesy.
That's as much as to say, such a case as yours constrains a man to bow in the hands.
Meaning to curtsy?
Thou hast most kindly hit it.
A most courteous exposition.
Nay, I'm very good.
Oh, pink the flower.
Right!
Why then my paw is well plowed.
Sure wit. Follow me this jest now till thou hast worn out thy pump. Why is not this better now than groaning for love? Now art thou sociable. Now art thou Romeo. Now art thou what thou art by art as well as by nature. For this driveling love is like a great natural that runs lolling up and down to hide his ball in a hole. Thou desirest me to stop in my tail against the hair.
Thou else would have made thy tail large.
Oh, thou art deceived. I would have made it short. For I was come upon the whole depth of my tail, and meant indeed to occupy the argument no longer.
Oh, here's goodly gear. Oh, look, a sail, a sail!
God ye good morrow, gentlemen.
God be good e'en, fair gentlewoman.
Is it good e'en?
'Tis no less, I tell you. For the body hand of the dial is now upon the break of doom.
Oh, out upon you! What a man are you?
One gentlewoman that God hath made himself to mar.
By my troth, it is well said. For himself to mock, quoth they! Gentlemen, could any of you tell me where I might find the young Romeo?
I am the youngest of that name, for fault of a worse.
He, sir, I desire some confidence with you.
She intends to indict him to some supper.
What hast thou found?
No hare, sir, unless a hare, sir, in a Lenten pie. But it's something stale and poor ere it be spent. An old hare whore, very good meat in Lent. But I care for this whore, too much for, and whore's very spent. Oh, Romeo, will you come to your father's? We'll to dinner thither.
I will follow you.
Farewell, ancient lady. Farewell, lady.
Get off me.
Pray you, sir, what saucy merchant was this that was so full of his ropery?
A gentleman that loves to hear himself speak, and will talk more in a minute than he can stand to in a month.
Oh, for God, I am so vexed that every part about me quivers. Scurry knave! Pray you, sir, a word. And as I told you, my young lady did bid me inquire you out. What she bid me say, I will keep to myself. But first, let me tell ye. If ye should lead her in a fool's paradise, as they say, it were a very ill thing to be offered to any gentlewoman, for she is young. Therefore, if you should deal double with her, it were truly gross conduct.
Nurse, commend me to thy lady and mistress. I do protest unto thee that...
Good heart! And in faith, I will tell her as much. Lord, will she be a joyful woman?
What wilt thou tell her thou dost mark me?
I will tell her, sir, that you do protest, which, as I take it, is a gentlemanlike offer.
Better some device, some means to come to shrift this afternoon. When there are 5 hours to sell, shall she be shrived and married?
This afternoon, sir. Or shall I be there?
Commend me to thy lady and mistress.
Aye, 1,000 times!
Act 255.
Juliet's bedchamber.
Oh, Juliet waits.
Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock.
1,
Tock, tick,
2,
tock,
3,
tock,
4,
tock,
5,
tock,
6,
tock,
7,
tock,
8,
tock,
9,
tock, tick,
10,
tock,
11,
tock,
12.
tock.
The clock struck 9 when I did send the nurse. In half an hour she promised to return. Perchance she cannot meet with him. That is not so. She is lame. Love's thoughts should be like heralds. Love's heralds should be like thoughts, which 10 times faster glides than the sunbeams driving back shadows over lowering hills. Therefore do nimble-pinioned doves draw love, and therefore the wind-swift Cupid have wings. Now the sun is upon this highmost journey of today, and it's 3 long hours since she has been gone. Had she affections and warm youthful blood, she would be as swift in motion as a ball. My words would bandy her to my sweet love, and it is to me. But old folks, pale as they are dead, fain and unyielding and slow and heavy, and pale as lead. God, she comes. Oh, honey, sweet nurse. What news? Hast thou met with him? Oh, good sweet nurse. Oh, Lord, why dost thou look sad? No news be sad, tell it merrily. If good, thou shamest the music of sweet news by playing it to me with so sour a face.
I am a weary. Give me leave a while. My bones ache. Oh, what a jaunt have I.
And wouldst thou had my bones, and I thy news? Nay, come, I pray thee. Speak. Good nurse. Speak!
Haste you, what haste? Can you not stay a while? Do you not see that I am out of breath?
How can thou be out of breath when thou hast breath? Just say to me that thou art out of breath. The tale that thou dost excuse is longer than the tale that thou dost say. Is thy news good or bad? Say either, and I'll stay the circumstance. Let me be satisfied. It's good or bad?
You have made a simple choice. You know not how to choose a man. Romeo! Oh, not he. Though his face be better than any man's, though his leg excels all men's, for a hand, and a foot, and a body, though they be not be talked on, yet they are past compare. He is not the flower of courtesy, but I warrant him as gentle as a lamb. Go thy ways, wench. Serve God. Boop. What?
No, but all this I didn't know before. Tell me, what says he of our marriage? What of that? What of that?
Oh, how my head aches! Oh, what a head am I! Oh, in pieces it would fall in 20 pieces! Oh! On my back. On my back. Other side. My back. My back. Beshrew your heart for sending me about to catch my death from jouncing up and down.
Faith, I am sorry that thou art not well. Sweet nurse, tell me, what says my love?
Your love says like an honest gentleman, and a courteous, and a kind, and a handsome, and I want a virtuous. Where's your mother?
Where's my mother? She is within. Where else should she be? How oddly thou repliest. Your gentleman says like a love.
Where's your mother? Where's your mother? Where's your mother? For God's lady dear, are you so hot? Mary, come up, I trow. Is this the poultice for my aching bones? Henceforward, do your messages yourself.
Well, here's such a coil. Come, what says Romeo?
Have you got leave to go to Shrift today?
I have.
And how you hent the Friar Lawrence to sell? There stays a husband to make you a wife.
I want you. Farewell, honest nurse.
End of scene.
Act 2, Scene 6.
Friar Lawrence cell.
Romeo waits.
Juliet enters. The wedding.
Ah, Juliet, if the measure of thy joy be heaped like mine, I would... Ah, Juliet, if the measure of thy joy be heaped like mine,
But my true love has grown to such excess that...
But my true love
has grown to such excess.
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. The rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's leaves have all too short a date. Sometimes too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his golden blush and dimming. And every fair from fair sometimes surprised, by chance an inch changing course of swimming. When thy eternal summer shall not fade, no lose that shall thou always. Nor shall thou light in the shade, from eternal lines the time that thou growest. So long as blood can breathe and eyes can see, so long as this that gives life to thee.
Let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments. Love is not love, which alters when it alteration finds, nor bends with the remover to remove.
Oh no, it is never fixed mark that looks on tempest and is never shaken. It is the star to every wandering bark, whose worth's unknown, although his height be taken. Love's not time's fool, though rosy lips and cheeks within his bending sickle's compass come. Love alters not with his brief hours and weeks, but bears it out even to the edge of doom.
If this be an error, then upon me prove it. I never writ, nor man never loved.
So smile the heavens upon this holy act. The after hours with sorrow chide us not.
Amo, Amas, Amat, Amamus, Amatus, Amat.
The destiny of a man is to govern the world, and the destiny of a woman is to charm and influence it?
Without women, men soon resume the savage state!
Let us participate between the two sexes. A difference so great, one might suppose the members of two different races!
Thou shalt not buy, steal, kill, cheat, lust!
Thou shalt not.
Act 3, scene...
No! The fearful passage of their death-marked love is now the 2 hours traffic of our stage. Act 3, scene.
Act 3, scene.
Scene...
Act 3, scene. Act 3, scene.
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 Scene!
Come, I pray thee, good Mercutio, let's retire. The day is hot, the Capulets are abroad, and if we meet, we shall not escape abroad. For these hot days is the mad blood stirring.
Thou art like one of these fellows who, when he enters the confines of a tavern, claps me his sword upon the table and says, God send me no need of thee. And by the operation of the second cup, draws him on the drawer, when indeed there is no need.
Am I such a man?
Come, come. Thou art as hot a jack in thy mood as any in Italy. and as soon moved to be moody, and as soon moody to be moved. Thy head is as full of quarrels as an egg is full of meat, and yet thy head hath been beaten as addle as an egg for quarreling. Thou hast quarrelled with a man for coughing in the street, because he hath awakened thy dog that hath lain asleep in the sun.
Oh, but
Didst thou not fall out with a tailor for wearing his new doublet before Easter, and with another for tying his new shoes with old ribbon? And yet thou wilt tutor me from quarreling.
by my head, here come the Capulets.
Well, by my heel, I care not.
Gentlemen, leave. Word with one of you.
And but one word with one of us. Couple it with something. Make it a word and a blow.
He will find me apt enough to do that, sir. He will give me occasion.
Oh, could you not take some occasion without giving?
Mercutio, thou consortest with Romeo.
Consort? What? Dost thou make us minstrels? And thou make minstrels of us. Look to hear nothing but discord!
We talk here. We talk here the public haunt of men. Reason wholly of your grievances, or to some private place, or else depart. Here all eyes gaze on us.
Men's eyes were made to look, and let them gaze. I will not budge for no man's pleasure I. Here's my fiddlestick. Here's that shall make you dance. Zoom's consort.
Oh, peace be with you, sir. Here comes my man.
But I'll be hanged, sir, if he wear your livery. Marry, go before the field, he'll be your flower. Your worship in that sense may call him mad.
Romeo, the love I bear thee can afford no better term than this. Thou art a villain!
Tybalt, the reason I have the love of you doth much excuse the appertaining rage of such a greeting. Villain am I none? So therefore farewell, I see thou knowest me not.
Boy, this is not! Excuse me from the injuries thou hast done me, therefore turn and draw!
I do protest that I've never injured thee, but love thee better than thou canst devise, so thou know the reason of my love. And so, good Capulet, whose name I tender as dearly as my own, be satisfied.
Oh, come! Dishonorable, vile submission! Alla Stoccata carries it away. Tybalt, rat catcher, will you walk?
What would thou hast with me?
Good king of cats, nothing but one of your 9 lives that I mean to make bold withal. And as you shall use me hereafter, I meet the rest of the 8. Will you pluck your sword from his filter by the ears? Make haste, lest mine be about your ears, ere it be out!
I am for you!
You shall put that rapier up!
Come, sir! Your Basado!
Drop it, roll down the weapons! Gentlemen, for shame, who bear this outrage! Tybalt, Mercutio! The prince expressly and forbid bandits on the streets! Oh, Tybalt! Good Mercutio!
I am hurt! I will plague on both your houses! I am sped!
What? Art thou hurt?
A scratch! A scratch! Mary, 'tis enough. Go, fetch a surgeon.
Courage, man, the hurt cannot be much.
Nay, 'tis not so deep as a well, nor so wide as a church door, but 'tis enough. 'Twill serve. Ask for me tomorrow, and you will find me a great man. And I am peppered, I warrant, for this world. A plague on both your houses! Soon, a dog, a rat, a mouse, a cat, to scratch a man to death. Oh, a braggart, a rogue, a villain, who fights by the book of arithmetic. Why the devil came you between us? I was hurt under your arm.
Oh, for the best.
Oh, plague on both your houses! They have made worms meat of me. I have it. And soundly too. A plague on both your houses.
day's black fate that mo doth depend. This but begins the woe that others must end. And away to heaven's respectable entity, fiery fury must be reconded now. Now, Tybalt! Take back that bill that late thou gavest me. For Mercutio's soul is but a little way above her head, staying for thine to make him company. So either thou, or I, or both must go with him!
Thou wretched boy! That can consort him here! Shout with him hence!
I shall determine that.
Romeo, begone, away! The citizens are up and Tybalt slain! Be not amazed. If the prince does find thee, he will doom thee death. Therefore, leave.
Oh, I am fortunate.
Fool, why dost thou stay?
Where are the fine beginners of this fray?
O noble prince, I can discover all, the unlucky manage of this fatal brawl. There lies the young man slain by Romeo, who did slew thy kinsman brave Mercutio.
Oh, Tybalt, my cousin, oh, my brother's child. Oh, Prince, the blood is spilled of my dear kinsman. Prince, as thou art true, for blood of our shed blood of Montague.
Benvolio, who began this bloody
He
fray?
is a kinsman to the Montague. Affection makes him false, he'll speak not true. I beg for justice, which thou, Prince, must give. Romeo slew Tybalt, Romeo must not live!
Romeo slew him.
He slew Mercutio. Who now the price of his dear blood doth owe?
Not Romeo, prince. He was Mercutio's friend. His fall concludes but what the law must end, the life of Tybalt.
And for that offense, immediately do we exile him hence.
I have an interest in your heart's proceeding. My blood for your rude brawl doth lie a-bleeding. But I'll amerce you with so strong a fine that you shall all repent the loss of mine. I will be deaf to pleading and excuses, nor tears nor prayers shall purchase out abuses. Therefore use none. Let Romeo hence in haste.
Else when he is found,
Else when he is found,
Else when he is found, that hour is found, that hour is found, that hour is found,
That hour is his last!
that hour is his last.
That hour is his last!
Let Romeo hence in haste.
Else when he is found,
Else when he is found, that
else when he is
hour
found,
is
that hour is
When he is
found,
found, that hour is
else when he is
last.
found, that hour is
When he is found, that hour is his last.
Romeo!
Romeo,
Romeo!
Romeo,
Romeo!
Romeo,
Romeo!
Romeo.
Romeo!
Gallop apace, you fiery-footed steeds, towards Phoebus' lodging. Such wagoner as Phaeton would whip you to the west, and bring in cloudy night immediately. Spread thy clothes, curtain with love-performing night, that runaways' eyes may wink, and Romeo leap into these arms, untalked of and unseen. Lovers concede to do their amorous rites by their own beauties, or if love be blind, it best agrees with night. O come, civil night, thou sober-suited matron, all in black, and learn me to lose a match pair of stainless maidenhoods. Hood my man love, bathing in my cheek with thy black mantle, till strange love grow bold. Think true love acted simple modesty. Come night, come Romeo, come thou day and night, for thou wilt lie upon the wings of night, white as new snow upon a raven's back. Oh, come gentle night, come loving black-browed night, give me my Romeo, and when I shall die, cut him into little stars, and the face of heaven shall be so fine that all the world shall be in love with the night, and pay no attention to the garish sun. Oh, I have bought the mansion of love, though not yet possessed, and though I am sold, not yet enjoyed. So tedious is this day, as the day to a child who has new robes but cannot wear them. Here comes my nurse, and she brings news. And every tongue she speaks but heavenly eloquence. Oh, now, nurse, what news? Why dost thou wring thy hands?
Alas, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. We're undone, lady. We're undone. Like the day he's gone. He's killed. He's dead.
Can heaven be so envious?
Romeo can. Though heaven cannot.
Oh, what torture is that does torment me thus? Oh, this torture should be roared in dismal hell. Hath Romeo slain himself? If he be slain, say aye, or if not, no. Brief sounds determine of my weal or woe.
I saw the wound. I saw it with my eyes here on his manly breast. No, a piteous course. A bloody, piteous course. Pale as ashes. All bedaubling blood. All in gore blood. I swooned at the sight.
Poor heart, poor bankrupt, break at once.
Oh, Tybalt, the best friend I had. Oh, Cornelius Tybalt, honest gentleman, ever I should live to see thee dead.
When is this that blows so contrary? Is Romeo slain and Tybalt dead? My dearest cousin and my dearer lord?
Tybalt is gone! Oh. Romeo banished. Romeo that killed him, he is banished.
Oh God, did Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
It did! It did! Alas the day it did!
Oh nature, what hast thou to do in hell? That would bower the spirit of a fiend in mortal paradise of such sweet flesh. Was there ever a book so fairly bound with vile matter? Oh, that deceit should dwell in such a gorgeous palace.
Ah! There is no faith, no trust, no honesty in men. All perjured, all forsworn, all not, all dissemblers. These griefs, these woes, these sorrows make me old. Shame come to Romeo.
Blistered be thy tongue for such wish. He was not born to shame. Upon his brow, shame is ashamed to sit.
Wilt thou speak well of him that killed your cousin?
Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband? There was some word worser than Tybalt's death that hath murdered me. I would forget it fain, but it presses to my memory, like damned guilty deeds to sinners' minds. Tybalt's dead, and Romeo was banished. That banisher, that one word banisher, has slain 10,000 Tybalts. Tybalt's death was worse enough, if it had ended there. Or if sorrow will needfully delights in our griefs, and will be needly ranked, why follow not when she said Tybalt's dead with thy father, mother, nay, or both, which modern lamentation might have proved. But with rearward following Tybalt's death, Romeo is banished. To speak that word is father, mother, Tybalt, Romeo, Juliet, all slain, all dead. There is no end, no limit, measure, or bound in that word's death. No words can that woe sound.
Fly you to your chamber. I'll find Romeo to comfort you. What well where he is. Hark ye, Romeo will be here at night. How to him? He's at Friar Lawrence's cell.
Oh, find him, and give this ring to my true knight, and bid him come to take his final farewell.
Romeo, come forth. Come forth, thou fearful man.
Father, what news? What is thy princess doing? What sour craves acquaintance at my hand that I don't know?
Too familiar is my dear son with such sour company. I bring thee tidings of the prince's doom.
What less than doomsdays the prince's doom?
A gentler judgment vanished from his lips. Not body's death, but body's banishment.
Banishment? Oh, be merciful and say death. For exile hath much more terror to look more than death. Not say banishment.
Hence from Verona art thou banished. Be patient, for the world is broad and wide.
There is no world without Verona walls.
This is dear mercy, and thou seest it not.
'Tis torture and not mercy. Heaven is here where Juliet lives.
Thou fond madman, hear me a little speak.
Thou speak again of banishment.
I'll give thee armor to keep off that word. Adversity, sweet milk, philosophy, to comfort thee though thou art banished.
You banish it! Hang out philosophy, unless philosophy can make a Juliet, display the town, reverse a prince's doom, it helps not, it prevails not. Speak no more.
Oh, then I see that madmen have no ears.
How should they when wise men have no eyes?
Let me dispute with thee of thy estate.
Thou cannot speak of what thou dost not feel! But thou as young as I, Juliet thy love, and I'll but married, Sybil murdered. Doting like me, and like me banished, and then mightest thou speak! Then mightest thou tear out thy hair, fall to the ground as I do now, taking measure of an unmade grave.
Arise, what not? Good Romeo, hide thyself.
Not I, unless the breath of hearts it grows, mislike and fold me in search of eyes.
Hark how they knock. Arise, Romeo, thou wilt be taken. Stay a while. Stand up. Run to my study. By and by. God's will, what simpleness is this? I come. Who knocks so hard? Whence come you? What's your will?
Let me in and you shall know my purpose. I come from Lady Juliet.
Welcome then.
Oh, Holy Friar, tell me, Holy Friar, where is my lady's lord? Where is Romeo?
Speak some, Juliet. How is it with her? Does she not think me an old murderer now that I've stained the childhood of her joy with blood removed a little from her own? Where is she? And how doth she? What does my concealed lady say of her cancer love?
She says nothing, sir. Weeps. And weeps. And now falls on her bed. And then starts up again. And Tybalt calls. And then a Romeo cries. And then down falls again.
It's as if the name shot the deadly love of a gun and murderer. As the name's cursed hand murdered her kinsman. Oh, fire, tell me. Tell me where this violent enemy does that name lodge. Tell me so I may sack that hateful mansion.
Hold thy desperate hand! What, art thou a man? Thy form cries out thou art, thy tears are womanish. Thy wild acts denote the unreasonable fury of a beast. Unseemly woman and a seeming man, an ill-beseeming beast and seeming both! Thou must amaze me. By my holy order, I thought thy dispositions better tempered. Hast thou slain Tybalt? Wilt thou slay thyself? And slay thy lady that in thy life lives by doing damned hate upon thyself? What? Rouse thee, man! Thy Juliet is alive, for whose dear sake thou wast but lately dead. There art thou happy. Tybalt would kill thee, but thou slewest Tybalt. There art thou happy. The law that threatened death becomes thy friend and turns it to exile. There art thou happy. A pack of blessings light upon thy back. Happiness courts thee in her best array. And like a misbehaved and a sullen wench, thou pouts upon thy fortune and thy love. Take heed. Take heed, for such die miserable. Go. Get thee to thy love as was decreed. Ascend her chamber hence and comfort her. But look thou stay not till the watch be set, for then thou canst not pass to Mantua, where thou shalt live, till we can find a time to blaze your marriage. Reconcile your friends, beg pardon of the prince, and call thee back with 20,000 times more joy than thou wentst forth in lamentation. Go before, nurse. Commend me to thy lady, and bid her hasten all the house to bed, which heavy sorrow makes them act unto. Romeo is coming.
Lord, I could have stayed here all the night to hear good counsel. Oh, what learning is. My lord, tell my lady you will come.
Do so and bid my suite prepare the chime.
Here, sir. A ring she bid me give you, sir. Hark you, make haste, for it grows very late.
How about my comfort is provided by this?
Go hence. Good night. And here stands all thy state. Either be gone before the watch be set, or by the break of day, disguised from hence, sojourn in Mantua. I'll find out your man, and he shall signify from time to time every good hap to you that chances here. Give me thy hand. 'Tis late. Farewell. Good night.
It's as if a joy past joy calls out to me. Where grief so brave to part with thee. Farewell.
Will thou be gone so? It is not yet clear day. It was the nightingale, and not the lark that pierced the fearful hollow of thine ear. Nightly she sings on yon pomegranate tree. Believe me, love, it was the nightingale.
It was the lark, the herald of the morn, no nightingale. Look, love, what envious streaks do lace the severing clouds in yonder east. Night's candles are burned out, and Jocund day stands tiptoed on the misty mountain tops. I must be gone and live, or stay and die.
Yon light is not daylight. I know it. It is some meteor that the sun exhales to be to thee this night. A torchbearer to light thee on thy way to Mantua. Therefore stay. Thou needst not be gone.
Let me be taken. Oh, let me be put to death. I am content, so thou wilt have it so. I will say yon grey is not the morning's eye, but the pale reflex of Cynthia's brow, nor that it is not the lark whose notes do beat in the vaulty heavens so high above our heads. I have more care to stay than will to go. Come death and willing, Juliet wills it so.
Madam,
Nurse?
your lady mother comes to your chamber. The day is broke. Be wary. Look about.
The window, let day in and let life out.
Farewell. Farewell, one kiss and I'll descend.
Wilt thou be gone so? Lover, Lord, I husband, friend. I must hear from thee every day and the hour, for in every minute there are many days.
Farewell. I will admit no opportunity to convey my greetings, love, to thee.
Dost thou think we shall ever meet again?
I doubt it not. For all these woes shall soon start as sweet discourses in our time to come.
Oh, Fortune, Fortune, all men call thee fickle. If thou art fickle, what dost thou with him that is renowned for faith? Fortune, be fickle. For then, I hope, thou wilt not keep him long. But send him back.
Oh, daughter, are you up?
Who is it?
Why, how now, Juliet?
I am not well, madam.
Nevermore weeping for your cousin's death? What, wilt thou wash him from his grave with tears? And if thou couldst not make him live, therefore have done. Some grief shows much of love, but much of grief shows still some want of wit.
Yet let me weep for such a feeling loss.
So shall you feel the loss, but not the friend which you weep for.
Feeling so the loss, I cannot choose but ever weep the friend.
Well, girl, thou weepst not so much for his death, but that the villain lives that slaughtered him.
What villain?
Why, that same villain Romeo.
Villain in here many miles asunder. God pardon him. I do with all my heart. And yet, no man like he doth but grieve my heart.
That is because the traitor murderer lives.
Ay, madam. From the reach of these my hands, would none but I might avenge my cousin's death.
We will have vengeance for it. Fear thou not. And weep no more. I've sent to one eventual. But that same banished renegade doth live, shall give him such an unaccustomed dram that he shall soon keep Tybalt company. And then I hope thou wilt be satisfied.
Indeed, I never shall be satisfied with Romeo till I behold him. Dead is my poor heart so for a kinsman vexed. Madam, if you would but find a man to bear a poison, I would temper it, so Romeo should, upon receipt thereof, soon sleep in quiet. Oh, how my heart abhors to hear him named, that I cannot come to wreak the love I bore my cousin upon his body that has slaughtered him.
Find thou the means, and I'll find such a man. But now, I'll tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
Happy time. Joy comes in such a needy time. I beseech you. What are they?
Well, thou hast a careful father, child. One who, to put thee from thy misery, hath sorted out a sudden day of joy, that thou expectst not, nor I looked not for.
Happy time, madam. What day is that?
Marry my child early next Thursday morn. The gallant, young, and noble gentleman, the county Paris at St. Peter's Church, shall happily make thee there a joyful bride.
By St. Peter's Church, and Peter too, he shall not make me there a happy bride. I wonder at this haste, that I should wed ere he that is my husband comes to woo. I pray you tell my lord and father, madam, that I will not marry yet. When I do, it will be Romeo, whom you know I hate rather than Paris. Good news indeed.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself, and see how he will take it at your hands. Hang thee, young baggage!
Disobedient wretch!
I tell thee what.
Get thee to church a Thursday, or never after look me in the face. Speak not.
Reply not.
Do not answer me.
My fingers itch. God's bread it makes me mad. Day,
Night.
word, play,
Alone.
In company.
Still my care hath been to have a match. And having now provided a gentleman of noble parentage,
Of fair demean.
Youthful and nobly lined.
stuffed, as they say, with honorable parts.
Proportioned as one thought would wish a man.
And
And
then to have
a wretched puling fool.
A whining mammoth.
is her fortune's tender to answer.
I'm not wed.
I cannot
I
love.
am too young, I pray you pardon me.
But, and you will not wed, I'll pardon you. Graze or you will.
You shall not house with me.
Look to it.
Think on it.
I do not use to jest. Thursday is near.
Lay hand on heart.
Advise.
You'll be mine and I'll give you to my friend.
And you be not hanged.
Beg.
Starve.
Die in the streets! For by my soul I'll never acknowledge thee, nor what is mine shall never do thee good. Trust to it be, think you, I'll not be forsworn.
Is there no pity sitting in the clouds at the scenes at the bottom of my grief? Sweet my mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage a month, a week. Or if thou wilt not, make that bridal bed and that dim monument where Tybalt lies.
Talk not to me, for I'll not speak a word. Do as thou wilt, for I have done with thee.
God, nurse, how shall this be prevented? My husband is on earth, my faith in heaven. How shall that faith return again to earth, unless that husband send it to me from heaven by leaving earth? Comfort me, counsel me. What dost thou say? Hast thou not one word of joy? Comfort, nurse.
Faith. Here it is. Romeo is banished, and all the world to nothing that he dares never come back to challenge you. Or if you do, it needs must be by stealth. But then, since the case stands as now it doth, I think it best you married with the county. Oh, he's a lovely gentleman. Romeo's a dishclout to him. An eagle, madam, hath not so green, so quick, so fair in eyes, Paris hath. Beshrew my very heart, I think you are happy in the second match, for it excels your first. Or if it did not, the first is dead. 'Twere as good as he were living here, and you no use of him.
Speaks thou from the heart?
And from the soul, else beshrew them both.
Amen.
What?
Thou hast comforted me marvelous much, nurse. Go in and tell my lady I am gone, having displeased my father, to Friar Lawrence cell, there to make confession and be absolved.
Oh, Mary, I will. This is wisely done.
O ancient damnation, O most wicked fiend, is it more sin to wish me thus forsworn, or just praise my Lord with that same tongue which she hath praised him above compare so many thousand times? Go, counselor. My bosom and thou shall henceforth ever be twain.
Oh, Juliet, I already know thy grief. It strains me past the compass of my wits. I hear thou must, and nothing may prorogue it, on Thursday next be married to this county.
Tell me not, friar, that thou hearest of this, unless thou tell me how I may prevent it. If in thy wisdom thou canst give no help, thou but do call my resolution wise. And with this knife I'll be home. God joined my heart and Romeo's, thou art hands. Therefore, out of thy long experience, give me some present counsel. Or behold, twixt my extremes and this bloody knife shall play the umpire, arbitrating that which could the issue of no true honor bring. Be not so long to speak, for I long to die of what thou speak. Speak thou a remedy.
Hold, daughter! I do spy a kind of hope which craves as desperate an execution as that is desperate which we would prevent. If, rather than to marry County Paris, thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself, then it is likely thou wilt undertake a thing like death to chide away this shame, that cups with death himself to escape from it. And if thou darest, I'll give thee remedy.
Or bid me leap into a new-made grave, and hide me with the dead man in his shroud. For I will do it without fear or doubt, to live an unstained wife to my sweet love.
Oh, hold then! Go home. Be married. Give consent to marry Paris. Wednesday is tomorrow. Tomorrow night, look that thou lie alone. Let not the nurse lie with thee in thy chamber. Take thou this vial, being then in bed, and this distilling liquor drink thou off. When presently through all thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humor, for no pulse shall keep his native progress but surcease. No warmth, no breath shall testify thou livest. The roses in thy lips and cheeks shall fade to wanny ashes, thy eyes' windows fall like death when he shuts up the day of life. Each part, deprived of supple government, shall stiff and stark and cold appear like death. And in this borrowed likeness of shrunk death thou shalt continue 42 hours, and then awake as from a pleasant sleep. Now, when the bridegroom in the morning comes to rouse thee from thy bed, there art thou dead. Then, as the manner of our country is, in thy best robes, uncovered on the bier, shalt thou be borne to that same ancient vault where all the kindred of the Capulets lie. In the meantime, against thou shalt awake, shall Romeo by my letters know our drift, and hither shall he come, and he and I will watch thy waking. And this shall free thee from this present shame. For that same night shall Romeo bear thee hence to Mantua. And this shall free thee from this present shame, if no inconstant toy, nor womanish fear abate thy valor in the act in it.
Give me, speak not of fear.
Hold. Get you gone. I'll send a friar with speed to Mantua with my letters to thy lord.
Love shall give me strength. Strength shall help afford. Farewell, Father.
How now, my headstrong?
Where have you been gadding?
Where I have learned me to repent the sin of disobedient opposition to you in your behest, and am enjoined by holy lords to fall prostrate here and beg your pardon. Pardon, I beseech thee, henceforward I shall ever be ruled by you.
Send for the county!
Go tell him of this.
I'll have this knocked up tomorrow morning!
Nurse, will you come with me into my closet? to help me pick out such needful ornaments as you see fit to furnish me with tomorrow?
Go, nurse. Go with her. We'll to church tomorrow.
Aye, nurse. These attires are best. Gentle nurse, I pray thee, leave me to myself tonight, for I am in need of many orisons to move the heavens to smile upon my state, which, well, thou knowest, is crossed and full of sin.
What, are you busy, Hope? Need you my help?
No, madam. We have culled such necessaries as are behoveful for our state tomorrow. So please you, let me now be left alone. And let the nurse this night sit up with you, for I am sure you have your hands full all in so sudden a business.
Good night. Get thee to bed and rest, for thou hast need.
Come, vile. What if this mixture do not work at all? Shall I be married then tomorrow morning? No. No, this shall forbid it. What if this be a poison, which the friar hath suddenly ministered to have me dead? Shall I not then be stifled in the vault, where foul mouth, no wholesome air breathes in, and there die strangled ere my Romeo comes? Or, if I should live, is it not like that I, so early waking, with loathsome smells and shrieks like mandrakes torn from the earth, that living mortals hearing them run mad? Oh, if I wake, will I not be distraught, and manly play with my forefather's joints, and pluck the mangled Tybalt from his shroud, and in some great rage, with some great kinsman's bones, as with a club dash out my desperate brain? Oh, look! Methinks I see my cousin's ghost, seeking out Romeo that did spit a rapier's point upon him. Stay, Tybalt, stay! Romeo! 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 Here's the drink. Romeo, I drink to thee.
Good faith, 'tis day. Woo. Alas! Help! Help! My lady's dead!
What noise is this?
Oh, lamentable day!
What is the matter?
Look! Oh, every day she's dead! Deceased! She's dead! Unlikely day!
Death that may chain her hands to make me wail. Ties up my tongue and will not let me speak.
Should my lady came and found me dead. Oh, such strange dream that give dead man leave to think. Revive with kisses on my lips. Awaken I am emperor. Oh, how sweet is love itself possessed when love's channels are so rich in joy. Who's from Verona? Oh, help, Balthazar! Dost thou not bring me letters from the friar? How doth my lady? Is my father well? And how doth my Juliet? That I ask again, for nothing can be ill if she is well.
Then she is well. Nothing can be ill. Her body sleeps in Capel's monuments, and her immortal part with angels lives. I saw her laid low at Kindred's vault, and presently took post to tell it you. Pardon me for bringing these ill news, but you did leave it from my office, sir.
Is it again so? Then I defy you, Stark! Thou knowest my lodging. Give me ink and paper and hire post horses. I will hence tonight.
To beseech you, sir, have patience. Your looks are pale and wild, and do import some misadventure.
Tush, thou deceived. Leave and do the thing I bid thee do. Is thou no letters to me from the friar?
Oh, my good lord.
Friar John, welcome from Mantua. What says Romeo? Or if his mind be writ, give me his letter.
Going to find a barefoot brother out, one of our order to associate me. In the city where they were sick, the searchers of the town, thinking that we were of a house where the infectious pestilence did reign, sealed up the doors, so that my speed to Mantua there was stayed.
Well, bear my letter then to Romeo.
I could not get it out, nor send messenger to you, so fearful were they of the infection.
What happy fortune! This may do much danger.
Get thee gone, and hire those horses I will follow straight. Well, Juliet, I lie with thee tonight. For the means. Oh, mischief. Thou art swift to enter the desperate thoughts of men. I do remember an apothecary.
Put this in any liquid thing you will, and drink it off. And if you had the strength of 20 men, it would dispatch you straight.
And cordial, and not poison. To Juliet's grave, for there I will use thee. Upon thy life I charge thee, whatever thou hearest or seest, stand all aloof, and do not interrupt me in my course. Why I enter this bed of death is partly to behold my lady's face, but chiefly to take thence from her finger a ring, a precious ring I must use in dear employment. So therefore hence, be gone. If thou jealous doth return to pry, what further I shall intend to do. By the heavens, I will tear thee joint from joint.
No.
It's true the hungry churchyard with thy limbs, my time and my intent are savage wild, more fierce and more inexorable forward than hungry tigers before the roaring sea.
I will be gone and not disturb ye.
So thou hast shown me friendship, and be prosperous, and farewell, good fellow.
For all the same, I'll hide me hereabout. For his looks I fear, and his intents I doubt.
Detestable maw, thou womb of death, gorged with the dearest morsel of earth. Thus I enforce thy rotten jaws to open, and despite I'll cram thee with more food. Tybalt, liest thou there in thy bloody sheet? What more can I do for thee than with the hand that cut thy childhood youth in twain sundered his that was thine enemy? Forgive me, cousin. Death, lie thou there, my dead man interred. Here lies Juliet. Her beauty makes his vault a feasting presence full of light. Well, how often men at point of death have they been merited that their keepers call lightning before death? How may I call this lightning? My love, my wife. Death that has sucked the honey from thy breath has no power yet upon thy beauty. Thou art not conquered. Beauty's absent is still crimson in thy lips and in thy cheeks, and death's pale flag is not advanced there. Juliet, why art thou so fair? But I believe that unsubstantial death is amorous. Then lead abhorred monster means to keep thee here in the dark, forever to be his paramour, for fear that I will stay with thee and never from this palace of dim light depart again. Here I will stay with the worms that are thy chambermaids. Here I will set up my bed of everlasting rest, to shake the yoke off inauspicious stars from this world-weary flesh. Eyes look your last, and arms take your last embrace, and lips, O you, the doors of breath, sealed with a righteous kiss, dayless bargain to engrossing death. Come, bitter conduct. Come, unsavory guide, thou desperate pilot, now at once run dashing rocks and seasick weary bark. Here's to my love. Oh, true apothecary, thy drugs are quick. Thus
Francis be my speed. How often I and my old feet stumble to graves. Who's there?
There's one, a friend. And one that knows you well.
Bliss be upon you. Tell me, good my friend, what torch is yon that vainly lends its light to grubs and eyeless skulls? As I discern, it burneth in the camel's monument.
It doth so, my holy sir. And there's my master, one that you love.
Who is it?
Romeo.
How long hath he been there?
Full half an hour, sir.
Go with me to the vault.
I dare not, sir. My master knows not that I have gone hence, and did fearfully menace me with death, if I did look on his intents.
Stay then. I'll go alone. Fear comes upon me. Oh, much I fear some ill and thrifty thing. Romeo. Romeo! Oh, pale. Ah, what an unkind hour is guilty of this lamentable chance! The lady stirred.
Oh, comfortable friar, where's Romeo? I remember well where I should be, and there I am. Where's my Romeo?
I hear some noise. Lady, come from that nest of death, contagion, and unnatural sleep. A greater power than we can contradict hath thwarted our intents. Thy husband in thy bosom there lies dead. Come. I'll dispose of thee among a sisterhood of holy nuns. But stay not to question, for the watch is coming. Come, go, good Juliet. I dare no longer stay. I dare no longer stay. I dare no longer stay.
What's this? A closed cup in my true love's hand. Poison has been its timeless end. Churl, drunk all but left no friendly draught to help me thereafter. I will kiss thy lips. Haply some yet doth hang on them to help me die a restorative. Oh, thy lips are warm. Yea, noise. Then I'll be brief. Happy dagger, this is thy sheath. There rust and let me die.
This is the place! There, where the torch doth burn!
The ground is bloody. Now, ere the sun advances burning eye, the day to cheer and night's dank dew to dry.
Mo, mas, man, mamus, matus, man. Mo, mas,
The business of a man is to govern the world. The destiny of a woman is to charm and influence it.
Thou shalt not
The business of a
lie,
man is to govern the
steal,
world.
cheat,
The destiny of a woman is to charm and
lust.
influence it.
Thou shalt not
The business of a
lie,
man
Now
is
is
to
the
govern
time
the
of
world.
night.
cheat,
The graves all gaping wide. Everyone
Charm.
that's one this wide, the
Thou
church went
shalt
fast
not.
and
The
wide.
business of a man is to govern the world.
And we fairies that to run. By triple Hecate's teeth from the presence of the sun following darkness like a
The
dream.
man is to govern the
Now our
world.
frolic.
kill,
The destiny of a
lust,
woman is
lust,
to charm and influence it.
Now is the time of night. Now is the time of night.
These shadows have offended. Think but this and all is mended. Then we have but slumbered here, whilst these visions did appear. And this weak and idle theme is no yielding but a dream. Therefore good night unto you all. If we be friends,
Give me your hands. The glooming peace this morrow with it brings. The sun for sorrow will not show its head. Go forth and talk more of these sad things. There never was a story of more woe than this of Juliet after Romeo. I dreamt a dream tonight. I dreamt. I dreamt